Hello everyone, here is Yasmin Veiga. I am a student in Collège de Maisonneuve. I'm a student of business and I'm currently on my fourth semester. In this semester, I'm having an English as a second language class, which taught me a little bit more about a website that has been helping me in my academic life, but it's gonna help me for sure in my professional life as a businesswoman, if God wants so. So this website helps me to correct my mistakes in English, and I'm gonna explain you guys why it's gonna be so important for me as a businesswoman. So for your information, business is an area where you're gonna have to be talking a lot to people. You're gonna have to be communicating every time. You're gonna have to be writing many letters and many emails. And no matter what area you're in, if you are in human resources, if you're on marketing, if you are accountability, you're gonna have to communicate. So you're gonna have to be improving your communication skills every time to show to your colleagues, to your bosses, and to your employees that you are good in what you do, and to make the company works the best way it can. So we go to Google and we search for virtual writing tutor, and I'm gonna give you an example of a situation that could happen for me that I wanna go and work with the marketing area in the business market. So here we see a full white clear screen. We have here the navigation menu. We have many tools. We have the logo. We have the share mini icons where you can share the website with your friends and family. You can see that in the address bar we have the URL virtualwritingtutor.com. But where the magic begins is in the text area. So I'm gonna paste an imaginary email that I'm gonna write to Mr. John. He's from Human Resources and potentially I'm gonna be on marketing. And I want his authorization to do a project with new interns. So I want to be sure that I wrote it down in the best way that I can, in the best formal and polite way that I can. So I can go here to the word count, the check grammar. So I'm gonna start with word count to be sure that I wrote um, a good number of words. So I wrote it. That's okay. Okay, so I can check my grammar, and when I check my grammar, I'm gonna see again that I wrote 62 words and that I have a couple of mistakes. So 10% of my text had mistakes in my error density. So why have I made those mistakes? That's what I'm gonna find out right now with you. Oh yeah, so my first mistake was instead of writing would analyze, I wrote would to analyze. So that's a mistake. We're gonna clear it out. So I'm gonna scroll back up and I'm gonna scroll back up and I'm gonna make that mistake go away for my colleague, Mr. John, see that I am good in what I do, that I'm good in communication, and I am good in asking his authorization. My second error was instead of writing, waiting for your response, I wrote, I'm waiting your response. That's a lot of informal, and I don't want my colleague to know that I have this grammar, so I'm gonna correct it again. Okay, so I have also a third error that's about yours sincerely. If instead of reading yours, I wrote it your. I'm gonna correct it again. And my fourth, fifth, and sixth error, it's about my name. That's a Brazilian name, so probably the website didn't understand, but that's okay. We're gonna analyze, we're gonna see what fits and what doesn't fit for our email, for our essay. So for example, if I was going to write an essay, I was going to choose what kind of essay I would write. For example, a master in business, I would have to write essays. I could also search for target structures. For example, dear. I wrote it dear. Yeah, so dear, I want to be sure that I wrote a polite sentence for my colleague. Yes, I did. So I can go back up. I can check my punctuation. Thankfully, I didn't have any punctuation mistake, but I could have had, and this website would have pointed to me, so I would have known and I would have corrected it. So I can also check my essay the same way that I scored it. I can put a settings to be sure that I put a zero as my professor or my teachers asked me to in academic business area. So you see I have many low beginner words. I don't have many high, neither advanced high words. That's a mistake that I will have to correct and improve myself, and this website is showing me. And I can also check my writing, check my vocabulary. It has many tools. You're gonna have to adapt yourself. The check grammar is the best one for me. I can also hear myself saying the way that I clicked it. You're gonna see that I hear myself. I'm gonna hear the email and I'm gonna know what I wrote. And basically, that's it. I showed you guys a little bit of how the website worked for me, but it can work in different ways for you guys depending on what's your field of study, your field of working. I am on business. I intend to be on business my whole life. I intend to work with that my whole life, and I really want to be the best communicative person that I can. And I want to show my colleagues and I want to show my bosses and my employees that they can be it as well. So, virtual writing tutor, thanks so much for helping me improving my English abilities and my English capacity. Thank you so much for hearing me, and I hope you guys go to virtual writing tutor and you're gonna see how good it can fit for your life, and you can share with your friends, you can share with your family in the same way I'm sharing with you. Thank you so much. Here was Yasmin Veiga, business student and future business woman.